Mother, I feel you under my feet. Father, I hear your heartbeat in earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Hi, Earth Tribe. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever part of the world you're on. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose. I am your host, Nacho Mama. Some people call me Crystal, some people call me Criddle, like Riddle with a C. Either way, Nacho Mama is a personality, not a person. Today I'm going to be reading for the collective of Sagittarius. The Sagittarius collective. See what sort of messages the universe has for you guys today. I appreciate you guys being here more than you will ever know, man. From every bit of my soul, I appreciate you. Remember that you matter, even scientifically, you know? What sort of messages can we get for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. All right. Universe, please use me as a conduit to express the best message for Sagittarius' growth today. Please and thank you. So mote it be. Amen. Universe, what sort of messages do we need for Sagittarius? Please use me as a conduit to express whatever messages is best for Sagittarius. Ooh, we have strength. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Leo. And deceptive. So some of you guys are having the strength to get through some sort of major deceptive energy. Maybe you're reflecting on the past, maybe your past behaviors, maybe somebody else's past behaviors, maybe the encompassment of all the past behavior. We have growth. So some sort of deceptive energy has really made you grow. You know? A lot of times when we are in toxic relationships, the relationships that we build outside of those toxic relationships or from the foundation of those toxic relationships also crumble. So if you are experiencing some sort of falling out with people, places, ideas, and things that were built off of some sort of faulty foundation, you're seeing the encompassment of it. You're seeing the encompassment of where any of the relationships that you've built off of faulty foundations, you know, any sort of deception that's been around, any sort of trickery that's been going on. It's taken a long time. It's taken a long time to see the higher vision, to understand, to know, like if you had friends built off of one idea or one situation, and the person like that you were with, let's say that you broke up with somebody, and then all of a sudden all of your all of the friends that you made within that relationship start falling apart. It's because they were built off of that original faulty foundation, you know? So if you've lost one relationship, the chances are you're going to lose the things that were attached to that relationship as well. All right? But you're taking a step. You're stepping out into the world. You're trusting in the divine plan, man. I've had this song in my head all day by Fighting Chance, and it's like, I won't wait for you to make up your mind. I'll make it my way through just fine, and I can't count on anyone but me this time around, and my addictions keep leading me around. Yeah, the Emperor, this was the card that I pulled for the day. So you're working on your own foundations. You are letting go of anything that was connected to any sort of toxicity that you had. You're leaving all of that in the past so that you can build a blueprint to your better future. You know, you are creating your structure, your home, your castle, your wealth. You're not waiting for anybody. Yeah, because you're on a spiritual mission. You have a very divine purpose in this life, you know? Like your story, your testimony will be somebody's savior, you know? Somebody, by you getting through it, you're going to be able to teach others how to get through it. But you have to let go of anything that was built off of a faulty foundation, rather that be addictions or friendships or relationships or false idols, you know? And letting those things crumble, letting them come to the ground. Like, I've had that song in my head all day today. Anything that's unpure in your life, anything that was built off of anything that was a what do you call it? A byproduct. Like if you built any relationships as a byproduct of whatever that toxic foundation was, you're letting all that go, man. You're letting it go. Because you're advancing. You're advancing in your spirituality. You're advancing in your self-love. You're advancing in your relationships with your children. You're advancing in the more that you put love into yourself, the more that you, with love and light, let whatever toxicity go, you know, and you don't hold on to it. You're not holding on to toxic friendships. You're not holding on to toxic ideas. You're not beating and bludgeoning and begging and crying. You know, you're just with love and light, letting it go, man. Yeah, there's a huge internal shift in your energy. Yeah, I can't count on anyone but me this time around, right? Just leaving it up to God. You're putting your faith in yourself and your abilities. You know, like you know that you are loving. You know that you have a divine purpose. And that includes any of the toxic stuff that you've been through. That includes any of the horrible relationships, the horrible friendships, the people that have robbed you, the people that have lied. I mean, liars are thieves that steal the truth, right? And you're working on your 10 of Cups. You're working on your permanent contentment in the realm of the heart. You know, when you build your empire by yourself, when you build on yourself, then nobody can take that from you. They can't hold that over your head like, oh, well, I let you live in my house, you know? You don't have to stay in someone else's house because you own your own. You don't have to ask somebody else for a car or for a ride because you own your own car, you know? You don't have to ask for permission to be loved because you are love. And if you guys have been coming out of some sort of toxic environment, like that too is all part of your spiritual mission. It's all a spiritual mission to better understand ourselves, to grow and to love, to know, to feel. You know what you don't want no more. Yeah, you have victory. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. We have Leo, Aries. We got a couple Leo cards here. A Virgo. But you're stepping out. You're stepping out on your own. You're trusting in your own abilities. You're trusting in your own divine purpose. You're trusting in your path. You're walking away from anything that was built from a toxic foundation. You know, a lot of times, like our friendships and our experiences and the people that we're around, you know, if we built friends from the foundation of our toxic boyfriend, then those relationships are going to fall out, you know? If you have a job that was built off of faulty foundations, then chances are those byproducts of that faulty foundation are going to fall out too. You're not scared to do it alone, though. Because you got fortune, you got great fortune. That wheel, man. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. That is my all-time favorite card. They call it the Morari, the fate of the Morari. There's nobody above the three sisters of fate, right? The only thing guaranteed in life is change. It's just how we deal with that change, how we go with the flow. Because you guys have a lot of love, man. You guys are embarking on a path of love. Even if you have to do it all by yourself, man. The only times that I ever have problems in my life is when I've let other people in it that aren't, that aren't part of my inner circle. Anytime I get into a relationship, I start, I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but like you're single and you're doing great and you're strong, you're beautiful, you have you got your shit together, and then somebody comes in and you get into a relationship, then all of a sudden you stop doing those things for yourself, right? You stop working on your spirituality. You stop spending as much time with your children. You stop loving yourself to love somebody else. And this is really showing you how to love yourself, how to stay in balance with yourself, how to do it yourself. Like, you don't need nobody. And I won't wait for you to make up your mind. I'll make it my way through just fine. Right? When you've built everything that you have yourself, then nobody can take it from you, man. And you are very enthusiastic about your path. You're enthusiastic about your past. I mean, there's no such thing as coincidence, so I must have said past for a reason. You're enthusiastic to learn, to grow. You're thankful for all the lessons that have ultimately turned into blessings. You might not see it all right now, but you know that they are blessings in disguise, right? Because you have abundance. Your abundance is right there. Your abundance is inside of you. Your abundance is in your ability to overcome. Your abundance is in your ability to still love. Your abundance is in the ability to get shit, to do your shit, One step at a time, man, even if you do it alone. Most of the time it's better when we do it alone anyways, right? Because then nobody can hold that over you. A lot of times people do favors for you so that they can hold it over you. But then are they really doing you a favor? Now you got that 10 of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. Like I've always maintained my own self. I own my own house. I own my own car. Everything that I have, I own outright. There's nobody that I have to that I'm in debt to like that. I've always let people come and live with me. I've never really went, and maybe when I was younger, like living with my mom and being roommates with people, I've lived at other people's houses, but for the majority of my life, man, I've made sure that I had myself straight. Because when you can take care of yourself, ain't nobody got nothing on you, man. If you leave a relationship and then all of a sudden there goes your house, there goes your car, there goes your friends. This is you stepping out on your own to make your own, to do your own. Like, no, this is my house. I worked for it. This is my car. You're not under the thumb of anyone. Or you're learning how to not be under the thumb of anyone. Usually the friends that you meet that you've had before you got into a relationship are still your friends, right? Because they were your friends to begin with. When you have your own, that's that 9 of Cups, that independence. That's that 9 of Pentacles. No, I own my own everything. And some of you guys are really stepping out into that adventure. As scary as it might be, that you can do it. That you have the willpower, the strength, the charisma, the courage, the knowledge to walk alone. Because you know where you want to go. You know where you want to be. You know what you have to offer. And this is not taking scraps, not taking it personal when people fall out that were part of, like, they were part of the encompassment of the faulty foundation to begin with. It doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, you know? You might have experienced a lot of crisis, a lot of people, taking sides or judgment or whatever, you know, but the Spirit has a divine path for you, man. And when you walk with Spirit, there's nothing that anybody could say to you or about you. When you own everything that you are, everything that you, not only own your own material possessions, but own every mistake you've ever made, every part of your ugly being, you know? And move forward to learn from those things. Because the only mistakes we make in life are the ones that we don't learn from. Because if we honestly don't know that something is a mistake, then how is it a mistake? It's a mistake. You get an opportunity to do it again, to start over, to build on healthy foundations. But if you keep repeating the same thing over and over again, the only mistakes we make are the ones we don't learn from. So obviously we didn't learn, so we repeat it, right? But if you learn from your mistakes, then you have the ability to grow. You have the opportunity to grow. You have the opportunity to know. All of these past lessons are blessings. There is no lesson that is not a blessing. Yeah, you have happiness with the Nine of Cups. You are building on your own happiness. You are filling your own cups. And not just financially, not just materially, internally, spiritually. And I won't wait for you to make up your mind. I'll make it my way through just fine. And I can't count on anyone but me this time around. You guys should check out that song, dude. It's been in my head all day, dude. Fighting Chance. Look up that band called Fighting Chance. They're kind of underground. They're from California. Nobody really knows about them, but man, some of their lyrics have gotten me through some of the darkest times in my life. So I definitely would love to share them with you. Because we're all on this path to enlightenment together. None of us are perfect. None of us, but we're all perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. So don't beat yourself up for your past mistakes. Just if you get the retake to do it, don't do it again, you know? Because Spirit's got you through the struggle, through the conflict. A lot of you guys have gone through major battles, man, with people, with ideas. You know, things that you held really, really close to your heart have all fallen apart because they were built off of faulty foundations. But even that is a blessing. It might be hard to see in the middle of the chaos. You don't see how any of that could be a possible blessing. But man, just finding a penny on the ground, like, you have no idea how much changes every single time that you make a decision. You know, if you're walking down the street and you see a tails penny and you just stop there to flip it over so that somebody else can find it so they can put it in their pocket, that could change that whole person's day in 1 second. That could change your whole day in 1 second from one decision. What else can we tell Sagittarius? What else can we tell Sagittarius? Just stay determined. Stay determined. Quit worrying. All right? I love you guys. And on that note, I'm out. Vroom, beep, beep. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you so feel inclined. And until next time, stay blessed.